What's going on, guys? Play on Daily Fantasy Sports here today, back at you with a NBA Draftkings and Fanduel guide for Sunday, January 27th. So, a quick recap of last night, as always. There were several big misses. Korkmaz failed. Bolden ended up getting hurt. Another guy I didn't mention in the video, Michael Green. I ended up not playing him, but I highly considered it, and he had a rough game. There were some nice bright spots. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a huge game, as well as Corey Brewer. So I at least was lucky enough to get away with a small profit last night, but for a little bit, some of my picks were looking a little scary. There were some pretty chalk guys too who just failed. If you would have looked at what some other people had on sites. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our guards on DraftKings. So my first pick today is going to be Rajon Rondo. He's got a great matchup. He's going to get a full night of minutes against the Suns. As long as it's a close game, Rondo will get plenty of minutes. His usage rate without LeBron is massive. No Lonzo as well. And I think the Lakers are in desperate need of a win. And so the way that they're going to win games is going to be to have Rondo on the court right now based on the guys they have out. So Rondo should be in line for a big role. My next pick is going to be James Harden. He's just facing another awful defense in the Orlando Magic. He's just a surefire, safe way to spend your cash. Fading him as well could just be an auto loss that I'm not willing to take. I think Harden's a great play. And then finally, my last guard pick is going to be Ricky Rubio. He's underpriced against his former team. Projections are all over him tonight, and I think he's a safe way to effectively spend your caps tonight. So finally, moving into your forwards and centers, the first guy I have on is Dion Waiters. Projections are all over the Heat guys tonight, and he should be in line to get 22 to 28 minutes as a cheap play. And again, with being that cheap play, it's not going to take much for him to hit his value. My next pick is going to be a Suns player, and that is Kelly Oubre Jr. He's been on a roll with his new team, a little inconsistent, but tonight against a weak Lakers defense, projections are all over him. He should get solid minutes with Warren and others out, and they'll be looking to have him dominate their second unit as well as play a little bit of minutes with their first unit, which he had been doing. And finally, my last pick for DraftKings is going to be Kenneth Farid. Someone has to do something besides Harden on this Rockets team, and so far it's been Farid who's done it. He's playing great, and although his salary has risen quite a bit, his minutes and reliability that he's shown these past few games is just too tough to pass up, and he's hit his salary every game. And then finally, my cash lock tonight is going to be Rajon Rondo. Great matchup. He's going to get big minutes. Rondo could be 7.5K in my opinion tonight and would be worth a look at a play. So next, let's get into our FanDuel guards. My first guard is going to be Eli Okubo from the Suns. Just the last few nights for the Suns with all their injuries, he's just been a great punt play. He hasn't hit it recently, but the threat of that is still there. And again, with FanDuel getting rid of a lower score player, he's a guy that's definitely worth taking the risk on. It should be a high scoring affair, and his minutes will be given to him against this Lakers team. And he should be one of the most used punts tonight, and so if he does happen to go off, not having him could hurt. And my last two guard picks are actually not going to be different guys. I'm going to go ahead and say play James Harden, play Rajon Rondo on FanDuel and DraftKings. Although I had mentioned them over on DraftKings, the guard position is very weak tonight, and I honestly think playing both would be solid on either site. They're reliable, they're going to be highly owned, and so fading them on a site too is just going to be a great risk that I don't see worth taking. Unless a big injury happens here, news with the Timberwolves is still to come out. Unless something like that happens, I just don't see fading those two plays as an option right now. But as always, stay up to date on the info. My big recommendation is follow Fantasy Labs NBA if you have Twitter. They're great about posting any updates that could come. So next, let's move into forwards on FanDuel, and my first guy is going to be Josh Jackson for the Suns. Should be in line for big minutes, and the Suns just want to see this guy pop, and so do I. He really has a big leash with the Suns. Projections love him tonight, and he should be set for a monster game in this high-scoring affair. My next pick is going to be a center guy, and that's JaVale McGee. He's facing a very weak Phoenix defense. Again, I've mentioned all night, this is the narrative of the night, a high-scoring game with the Lakers and Suns, a little defense, and he just makes sense as a great value play tonight. He had played well with LeBron. Now, without LeBron and him fully back up healthy, it looks like he should have an even bigger role. And my final pick is going to be Derrick Jones Jr. for the Heat. He's another great punt option to go along with Okubo. You know, if one of them hits, you should be set because the other guys that you can be aligning with them are going to be surefire guys that you can count on. And so, again, just based off projections in the matchup, he's a great play. And my lock on FanDuel is going to be James Harden. I had mentioned this throughout the video. You know, James Harden and Rondo are my two big plays tonight. I'm playing them on both sites. If I play Yahoo tonight, I don't play Yahoo every night, but they're for sure guys that I want to look at. And just given the matchups, given their reliability, I think that they are elite plays. Thanks again, as always, for tuning into the video. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. You know, these videos are coming on daily. And be sure to subscribe to Play on Daily Fantasy Sports if you support the channel, and comment any questions, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks.